Hey, it's Jamal Smalls, Hometurf. Shout out to Jack Daniel, man. Saba is in the building.
Man.
Hey, so we got a lot to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
We got a lot. All right.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, congratulations on all your success.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
And I don't get to do this a lot. The industry, how can I say this? The industry evolved into where it was like, you know how it's like cool to find new music? Well, I should say it wasn't cool. So you find something that you like, and then you'll play, and somebody be like, "Man, that ain't what everybody ain't on that," you know. And sometimes they'll be like, "Yeah, you know," but a lot of times they not really up on new music, right?
Right.
So I am proud to say that I was one of your first fans, and I'm upset that Whip is not on Spotify right now. Just want to throw that out there. Comfort Zone was life changing for me. It was. I love the fact that you dumped so much of yourself into the project, and so I knew what to expect moving forward. And so I just wanted to preface the interview by saying this for me is really dope.
That's really
and
really
the fact
dope
that the
to hear,
industry
man.
is catching up right now. You know what I'm saying? Like you've been doing your thing. So like talk about where you're at right now. And the new project, you know, we got a few good things. We got Survivor's Guild with G Herbo. We got go ahead, I'll let you
Oh, we
talk.
got a lot. Yeah. Where I'm at right now, we just finished tour this weekend, Saturday, Sunday.
Where'd you go?
U.S., full U.S. tour, Canada, all of the spots.
Did you go to England?
We go to England in September.
You go to England.
We go to England in September. Yeah.
So that's you predicted that.
Oh yeah, come on, man. Come on, man.
That was one of the legs, right? I told you, man. It's dope, man, to see that, you know, actually come to fruition. But go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I mean, it's been moving quickly.
Yeah.
It's been moving quickly. It's a lot of, I'm trying to just stay afloat, stay on top of it. We finished tour Sunday. I took Monday to myself, got in the studio Tuesday, flew to Chicago Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a lot of nonstop, just go.
Mm-hmm.
But it's beautiful, man. This tour really felt like a dream come true, man. We was just in random city. I mean, like we in Charlotte, North Carolina, selling out. You know what I'm saying? We in Austin, Texas, selling out. Like, it was like really dope to be. It's like one thing to do it at home.
Yeah.
But to do it in all of these other places on the level that it felt like we just did it at, it feels different.
Right.
It feels different,
Right.
and it's really like a beautiful feeling as an artist to like feel like it's working.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like so often where you're like, oh, ain't nobody messing with me. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody rocking with it. But as an artist to just like feel accomplished like that, it's like it's a good feeling, man.
And just that to kind of validate like that grind.
Oh yeah.
That you just been going. And kids kept going.
Because like you said, you just brought up Comfort Zone. That's the first one. That's almost 10 years ago now. That's 2014. So like from there to now, it's been quite a journey.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here, man. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. No, we happy to have you. So we'll introduce the single. How you introduce the single, but I want to talk about the tour.
Absolutely.
So, in addition to the cities that you hit, that you sold out, how do you pick that first song? Like, what's that feeling like when you know what I'm saying, when you putting your lineup together?
Yeah.
Like, what is that feeling like? How do you do it?
For me, I wanted to make sure that on this tour I performed every song from the new album.
Okay.
So that's one thing that I never did that on any other tour, but it's like, on my past albums, it's some songs, even still, years later, I still haven't performed. And sometimes, you got fans in the crowd, and it's like, oh, that's my favorite song. I was waiting on you to do that one.
Yeah.
So on this one, I was like, I'm gonna make it a big deal to me when we coming up with the set list. I want to do the whole album. I want to hit all of the old stuff too. Make sure everybody, leave satisfied. But I want to make sure I'm giving the new album its proper diligence. You know what I'm saying? So one, I knew I was doing every song.
Yeah.
Or at least referencing every song, like having every song have a moment. You know what I'm saying? I knew I was doing that. For me, I want my shows to feel like a crescendo. You know what I'm saying? I want it to start here and end all the way
Right.
to the top. So I start. I feel like I want to start in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't start with the banger. I don't come out to like 1, 2, 3. I come out like let's just. I want to pick the crowd apart. I want to see what type of reaction the crowd gives to. We doing album cuts. I come out to album cuts. I'm not coming out to the song on the radio. I'm not coming out to it's album cut, and that to me is like that's when you really face to face with your fan base. Like my fans listen to the catalog. Like they know they know Comfort Zone. You know what I'm saying? They know Bucket List. They know. So to me, it's like just coming out to my favorite songs and watching the crowd react to that. You know?
Right. So what inspired this new project, Few Good Things?
A lot of life, man. A lot of life. I think coming from my last album was 4 years ago. We did Care for Me in 2018, and that was so tied and attached to a grief period in my life where I just lost my cousin.
Right.
And Few Good Things is like it's obviously like a lot of mental maturing in that 4 year span, but to me it's like in addition to just the mental gymnastics that is just everyday life, it's like a lot of that 4 year process from dropping Care for Me to now. It's like a lot of my life was changing, you know what I'm saying? It's like so Few Good Things is to me trying to make sense of things that don't make sense and to keep up with, you know what I'm saying, what, like I told you, it moved fast, you know what I'm saying? It moves fast. It's tough, but it's cool, man. Like I say, I'm grateful, I'm blessed, and I'm happy to be in the position, but it's definitely just, you know, trying to stay present through it all, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's Hometurf, Jamal Smalls, Jack Daniels, Saba's here. If you had to describe your style to those who are just getting introduced to you, how would you describe it?
You know, I feel like when it comes to describing really anything, it's always easier for somebody else to do it. Somebody else can look at me and go, "Oh, he's this type of guy." Because to me, I'm just doing what feels natural. I'm doing what feels original and authentic to myself. But all I know is that.
Right.
I think when I think of how other people have described it, I know introspective is a word that always comes up to describe my sound. I think jazzy, you know what I'm saying? I love my chords and I love my chord progressions. I think it's super musical. We always try to make sure we doing our you know, I love music, you know what I'm saying? I love rap, but I used to play piano and all of that. So it's like, to me, it's like making sure it, like, at the end of the day, this is what we doing. We making music. So it's like, you could be the best rapper in the world. If the music not good, it's not good. So to me, I'm like, I just try to focus on the actual musical aspects of it. I want my hooks to hit. I want my, you know what I'm saying? I want my beats to hit. So to me, describing the style is really just like, I don't know. It's something that I think it's familiar. It's familiar. It's not that it's brand new. It's not that it's nothing that nobody's seen before. But I think it's refreshing because it's the combination of a lot of my influences into, you know, sometimes it's untraceable. It's like, oh, I can't tell why he raps. Like, I don't know who inspired, you know, and to me, it's like, that's how some of my favorite artists were. Like, you can listen to Andre 3000 and it's like, who else rap like that? You know what I'm saying? Where did that come from? You listen to Bone Thugs and Harmony and you like, where did this come from? Who else did that? And them was, you know, two of my favorite. But I always just, you know, it's music first with me. It's music first with me. It's I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe a style because I think it's such an array. You know what I'm saying? From album to album, we kind of try to be as fearless as possible with it. Make whatever song we want to make that day. You know.
Fearless. I like that.
I like that.
And
too.
I can hear it.
Let's go.
I can hear that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, no, I feel that. Where you see yourself in 5 years?
That's always funny to me because that's like the job interview question. 5 years. What year is it in 5 years?
27.
2027. Ooh,
Lots gonna change.
a lot's gonna change. I'll say I'm in LA right now. I told myself, let's see where I'm at in 5 years. Like, am I still gonna be here in 5 years? I don't know. I'm in LA by happenstance. I'm out there working. You know what I'm saying? And I wanna at least give it 5 years for one.
How long been out there?
I got out there right before the pandemic.
Oh,
It's actually been crazy. It's
A perfect time.
literally I went out there a month, 2 months. Now we stuck in the house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's been weird, but we, you know, it's starting to make sense now. But 5 years, man. If you'd have asked me 5 years ago where I saw myself, I would have been able to give you the bullet points. You know what I'm saying? I'm not surprised by anything that's happened, you know what I'm saying, as far as it pertains to my career from 5 years ago.
Sure,
I'm not surprised by any of it, but I think, you know, you make it to a goal or like a goalpost, a finish line, and then you get new goals. So I think when I think of my next 5 years, I'm like, it's hard to say. It's hard to say because I'm like, like being here right now, I'm like, the possibilities are endless. Like, I'm like, it could go to the moon if we want. You know what I'm saying? If we push and we put in the work in, which I feel like I got the team and the drive and the people around me to really take it there. I think we could take it there, and that's the answer. Take it where there is we'll find out in 5 years, but we're gonna take it there.
So it's safe to say that Saba feels like in 5 years it's possible that he may do a concert on the moon.
It's easily possible. Not only is it possible, but I think it's likely.
Man, all right. Survivor's Guilt.
Absolutely.
Let's get into that, man. How'd that come about?
I played the album for no ID.
Okay.
I played the album for no ID. It didn't have 3 or 4 songs that ended up on the final on it.
You've been working pretty close with him too.
Yeah. As of recent, we got locked in and we've been locking. We've been making some music.
Yeah.
We've been making some music,
That's big
but
bro, man.
for sure. Shout out to No ID. But I played him the album, and he loved it. And he also gave me some words of advice or some decisions. But what I loved about them is they were really concrete. Like, sometimes you play music for people, they want to give you advice, but it's like they talking in clouds and parables and metaphors. He was like, hey, you need a new closer. If you play this album, you got all of the musical stuff covered. You got all of the stories covered. You got all of the beautiful parts of the album covered. You did it. But I've been to your shows before. You got fans that mosh and jump around and do all of this stuff, and you didn't do that on this album yet. And it was just like, it was like really OG advice, because it was like, I you know, it's so obvious that it's like, oh, you need a new closer. You would close this album with a song from your last album if you put this out as is. Right. And he told me that, and I the next day just cracked open all of my equipment and started producing and just trying to make beats that I felt like was that type of energy, like that high energy kind of music. And making Survivor's Guilt was like the second, you know, I had the record. It's like I met Herb in 2015, I think. Okay. And just being able, you know what I'm saying? It's like we got, I don't know, just being able to pull that off. It was such a big deal for like where I'm at in my career. It was like a big deal, and I think even for people in Chicago to hear that, because it's like it's kind of like it's two sides of something. Correct. But to me, it don't feel like it's not really two sides of something. Like, we from out west, we from the, you know what I'm saying? Like, we from out west, he from where he from. But to me, it's like, I thought storyline wise, it was important to hear both perspectives. Mm-hmm. So I'm super grateful and happy that was able to come together to just give people that, so people can see it for what it is and not as like, oh, that's over there, this is over here. It's like, nah, this is the same city we talking about. This is the same Chicago we talking about.
The mesh is crazy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The
mesh is crazy. Introduce the record.
Come on, give me some radio
Yeah,
digs. Like, give me some radio digs. Yo, this Saba, we got Survivor.
There you go.
Yo, this Saba, we got Survivor's Guilt featuring G Herbo off my album Few Good Things coming up right now.
Let's get it.
Come on, let's get it.